I don't know. I don't know. What? Fuck up, what? Swan song. What? Fuck up.
Hello. Being Hollywood, bitch. I'm feeling the after crew.
I said hello, no fella. I ain't no Cinderella. I said hello, no fella. I ain't no Cinderella. I said hello, no fella.
What's going on, people? This is your boy Wes, and I am here to give my little review of America's Best Dance Crew real quick. Now, if you don't know who I am, I'm the creator of Adopted Connection, and you need to check out my comedy videos from my show Adopted Connection on here, A Connection TV. Other than that, let's get right into it. Now, episode 505, America's Best Dance Crew. The only dance show that I watch on TV. Just have to, yeah, I don't watch all the other stuff. I've been a fan of American Best Dance Crew from day one, Jabberwocky days, alright? So, Swagger Crew got eliminated last week. And when I looked back at the video, I could see why. Because the performance wasn't tight and it wasn't, you know, it just wasn't tight. Needless to say, we start off with this episode where the crews have to imitate popular music videos from today's music talent. So we start off with the first two saved crews of the night, Poreotix and Jungle Boogie. Now, I want to give a shout out to Jungle Boogie, befriended me on Facebook. Yeah. I appreciate that. Y'all are the bomb. So, and y'all blew it up last week. So, yeah. Anyways, Poreotix went up first and they had to do Rihanna Umbrella. Poreotix was cool. Like, to me, Poreotix is cool, period. They just got a cool swag. Personality is unmatched. ISOs is unmatched. They're just cool. Funny, you know, comedic, cool. But the routine for Umbrella was... It was cool. It was alright. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh my God, breathtaking, but you know, it was cool. They switched up the game a little bit. There weren't very much isolations in this particular routine, which is, you know, it was cool. They was trying to show their versatility. But I just think the moves were very 1 and 2 and 3 and umbrella up and down and twirl and laid back. You know, it was alright. Moving right along, Jungle Boogie. Now, Jungle Boogie, y'all tore down the house last week. Tore it down. And this week, it wasn't as crazy hot as last week was, but it was ill. It was illmatic. Y'all they performed to Shakira. And, you know, I'm not a real fan of Shakira, but they performed to Shakira. And the whole thing in their video was that Rocky had to put on her sexy game or whatever because she's, you know, hardcore Rocky, you know. So I definitely think she accomplished that. Now, what I will say to Anthony and Antoine, if I'm getting the names right. Yeah, Anthony and Antoine Hart. Now, when they was doing they step section, when it was, you know, going all of that, hot. Off the chain. Off the chain. And Antoine Thomas was like, he thought he was going to have complications with the drill. The performance was cool. I liked the performance. The costumes was cool. Rocky in that ponytail worked it for me. Beautiful, sexy. She stranged down the stage when the song started and they immediately went into the step session. Anthony and Antoine were in the front line doing the step, and it was hot when they flipped this platform thing up and held Rocky in the air. I was like, all right, that was cool. Now I'm wondering, I'm like, is she gonna go back, ta da 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 on this thing? And I'm like, these dudes gotta sit here and hold this platform. But no, she was, you know, she went to the video, which was cool. But it would have been hotter if she was like stepping and, you know. But anyway, I voted for y'all. Alright, so I love Jungle Boogie. Shakira, Jungle Boogie. I want to give a shout out to Antoine Thomas for doing the flip when he was crawling on the thing like a lion. You know what I'm saying? It was hot. The ending part was hot. Static Noise and Saltare were the next two saved. And Static Noise had to do a song by Lil Boots. I think their performance was cool. I'm a fan of Static Noise. They're very diverse and their style is original. That's why I like them. They're very reminiscent of Fanny Pack. So me and Static Noise, we're like, here. The shopping carts, I think they could have used the shopping carts a little bit more, like, I don't know. It was just, they pushed them and then they turned them and then he was in it. It was cool. It was hot, but I think they could have used it a little bit more. But I definitely want to give credit to where it's due. The routine was flawless, no hiccups, sexy, creative, colorful, and I definitely appreciated Static Noise's performance. So big thumbs up to y'all. All right. I was very upset with Saltare last night because I like Saltare. To be honest, I really do. I think the way that they use the ropes are awesome. But what I will say is, for me, I think they shouldn't have used the ropes in this routine. I think, oh, okay, they got the gimmick, the ropes. That's their thing. You know what I'm saying? That's their thing. But I think that they should have just stepped out of that element for just that one particular performance. The reason why I say that is because they already knew they was going to have a hard time with the choreography that was in the video. And for me, I'm like, all right, so y'all Saltare, y'all feel y'all got to keep the rope thing going on. That's cool, but I think it would have been a hotter situation if they would have came out of that just to do dance. I mean, it is America's best dance crew. You know what I'm saying? I think it would have been a better situation for them to come out and leave the ropes alone, do a little 1, 2, whatever with the ropes, and just drop the ropes and just perform. I think that would have been hot, because I think at this point we already know that Saltare are amazing with the ropes. We don't need them to use the rope. I don't need them to use the ropes the whole damn video. I don't care if that's their signature thing. You can take your sneakers off for a minute, you know what I'm saying, and just walk. You know what I'm saying? Just take your sneakers off for a minute and just walk in the grass. You know what I'm saying? They effed up like 3-4 times, and it was crazy. It picked up in the middle, but you could read it all in their face like they was already done. When the girl, she tried to hoist up the girl with her back, like, I'm like, what? Like, all right, okay, but when she dropped, and from that point on, the morale just went down. They should have just not used the damn ropes, and Saltare should have just got their dance on. That's what I'm leaving that alone. I'm not crazy about Heavy Impact. Heavy Impact is cool. I mean, they cool, but I'm not like, Heavy Impact. But what I will say, last night's performance was off the chain. Heavy Impact, it was straight choreography, straight sexiness, straight flawless. You know what I'm saying? Straight, it was just a sex appeal about the routine that was just off the chain, and it was just crazy, sexy, cool. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Big shout outs to Heavy Impact for doing their thing. High 5-0 toured off the fucking hinges. They had Britney 3. Now, the song by Britney is off the chain. The beat is off the chain. I'm thinking to myself, okay, what are they gonna do? They looking at the poll, they trying to figure out how they gonna do the poll, whatever the case may be, yada yada yada, alright, whatever. Oh my God. I want to give a shout out to Alan Charles Pasquale, Joshua Ulep, Brittany, KCK, Mark, Jonathan Ramones, and freaking William Sares III. Y'all just really did it for me last night. Now, from the first time I saw Hot 5-0, I was fans for them. Don't really know why people was shitting on Hot 5-0 from the get-go, and they've been in the bottom from the get-go. But they were saved. Thank you, Hawaii. They were saved. And so they didn't have to be in the bottom. This Britney 3 performance was off the fucking chain. And the reason why I liked it so much, it was a lot of reasons why I liked it. But I really, my light's about to go out. But I really liked it because Joshua Ulep, in the past performances, he really kept himself in the forefront, in the middle all the time, as the choreographer of the crew, which is fine, you're the choreographer for the crew. But it was nice that last night he didn't go in the middle at all. He was on the sidelines, and he allowed his people to take shine in the middle. So that was right off the bat, that was hot. Second thing I got to give credit to was the fact that they did use the whole stage. And when you look at all of them in their spots, they're hitting moves so sharp and so crisp. So I want to give a shout out for them for doing that. Their moves is really clean, okay? The two chicks, KCK and Brittany, walking down, giving Brittany, giving sexy. It was hot. Ramones, brother, when you did that split, the way you did the split, You came up and you was like, all right, bow, like your leg just went complete. Like I've never seen a clean ass split like that. That split was off the chain. And the setup for it was hot. How he just lifted the leg up to the dude hoisted him up, the other dude hoisted him up, straight split to give the bar, and the other dudes just had their arms out like this to give the bar. It was crazy, sexy, cool. Then you had Joshua, and I want to say, damn, who was it? I think it was William on the floor, and they was doing a body pump, I think. I'm not sure, but I know Joshua was doing a body pump on the floor. Now, when you go back to MTV.com and go look at this performance, because it was Illmatic, off the chain, you see Joshua and the other dude, they doing their thing on the floor, body pumping. Now, when Ramones comes and does the hit, like dismount from the split with the bar thing, it was on point because the two chicks on this side did the flip when he did the flip, and they both was all in unison. The hottest shit to me when they did the little bow, 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 and it was just ew. High 5-0, y'all tore it out the frame for me. It was Illmatic, the best performance of the night. I just think so. Moving right along, we get to Royal Flush and Blueprint Crew. Royal Flush and Blueprint Crew were at the bottom too. Now, a little surprising, but when I hear the two crews that are in the bottom two, I'm automatically thinking that Blueprint Crew got it, because Blueprint Crew, they're hot. They just did the role always. Their routines are just always hard body, like no hiccups in their routines up until last night. So I watched Blueprint Crew, and no, I watched Royal Flush, and they have to do a routine to Cascada. Whatever, whoever that is. But the routine was cool, and they was having conflicts with the fact that whether or not they could do the b-boy thing on the floor with the turn and the feet. It was alright. It was cool. What I will say about Royal Flush though is that you definitely always get a lot of things going on in their routine, and it was cool. You could look at this person doing this and this person doing that, and they always highlight each other, which was hot. Last night performance was hot. It was a very solid performance. I don't think it was a battle performance, but it was a very solid performance, and it was cool with the card tricks. I think when the dude pulled it out of his mouth, I was like, where did the cards come from? So it was Illmatic on that point. We get to Blueprint Crew. Blueprint Crew had Omarion's I Get It In. Now, if this wasn't really a setup, I don't really know what is. But to me, I was like, if these two, like to have these two in the bottom two and to give Blueprint Crew Omarion's song, right off the bat, I already knew they were going to win because they had Omarion's song. And I just knew Omarion was going to be like, they got it regardless. And he really gave me that attitude because the performance was hot. I want to give a shout out to you, brother Derek Rice, because you were off the chain as Omarion. You're popping, and you was like mad hard with it, and you know what I'm saying? Off the chain. I want to give a shout out to Nicholas Begin because he's just awesome. He's just awesome. But the whole situation, the problem that I have with last night's judgment was that the Blueprint was hardcore, hard body. But I'm like, all right, so they fucked up with the handstands. All right, I'm like, and the way Omarion just completely dismissed that was like, oh well, whatever. They did hot. They had a hot routine, but it just seemed really biased how, you know what I'm saying? How they just was like, oh, fuck that, you messed up, I don't care, you sang my song. Like that's the kind of vibes I was getting. Now I'm not hating on Blueprint. Okay? I'm not hating on Blueprint. Blueprint is awesome. Awesome. And their technique is a lot more solid. It's more solid than Royal Flush. You know? I like both crews. I don't think they both should have been in the bottom. But, you know, I have a couple crews that I like more so than them. So, you know, Jungle Boogie, number 1. Static Noise, number 2. High 5-0, number 3. So those are my crews. Anybody else, I really don't really care too much for. Royal Flush was definitely in my top 5 though, along with Saltare. So it's like 4 and 5. They're like, you know what I'm saying? So they're my top 5. But I just don't think it was a cool situation last night for how that went down and how they ended up getting axed. because of the fact that Blueprint Crew sang Omarion's song. Not saying that it was solely for that, but I'm saying, come on, it was there, it was obvious. Omarion was like, yay, yay, my song is playing on MTV and I might sell some albums. But anyways, this is my review of America's Best Dance Crew, ABDC, 505. I'm Wes. Subscribe to A-Nation TV. I'm going to be hitting y'all up every Friday with the review videos up until the end. And, you know, for those of you that were looking for Mona's review of the Bad Girls Club this past Wednesday, wasn't happening because that was a whack-ass thing they did, showing us some highlights, them never before seen. We don't care about that never before seen shit. Like, we want to see, you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, and the Shower Confessionals didn't come on Monday because I aired Heart Reality Bites by Heart. Well, however I want to say, I don't know. But it'll be back Monday. Yeah, so anyways, subscribe to A-Nation TV if you haven't already, and thank you for watching. Love y'all. Peace. Shout out once again to Jungle Boogie. Ew. Shout out to Static Noise. Ew. And High 5-0. Y'all tore out the mother box. Yeah.